And then after that, I thought about what made me me. I know I'm different. And my way of saying it without even sounding like I'm trying to sugarcoat it, I believe everyone's different. The problem is everyone is trying to act the same. So you have all these people trying to act like a certain thing, when technically we're all different. And if everybody just embraces who they are and love who they are, then you get the best you. And when all of us accumulate the knowledge of being the best us, then we are the best people. And then we end up doing amazing things. So that's why it's important to find out why you act like you act like. And this is the story. I know I'm different, and I'm different designed on purpose because of this. I'm from a neighborhood called Regal Estates in North Las Vegas, right? I'm from 409 Rossmore. Anybody know me or heard me get mad? The first thing I say is, well, I'm from the States, 409 Rossmore, right? I lived in the States from 77 to 87. If I'm not mistaken, the Regal Estates is the biggest black neighborhood in North Las Vegas, one of the biggest neighborhoods in Vegas when it comes to actual design the neighborhood. Because of that, you have a lot of kids who are doing the same thing. And back in the 80s, we all played outside, as y'all know. We played outside. And I was maybe like 7 or 8 years old, and there was a bike coming out called the Sonic 6. Every boy in the States talked about that Sonic 6. Back then, we had the JCPenney's catalogs and the Sears catalogs, but my house was JCPenney's, right? And you go through it, and you circle the things you want for Christmas. Your parents or your parent, they'll ask you what you want, and you show them in JCPenney's, and you cut it out, you put it on the fridge, or you do what you need to do so the parents know what you want. We all, as in all the kids in the States my age, we all came to the agreement that we're going to buy this bike. Yeah, I never forget. It was a royal blue, black, and white bike, and it was the first bike that came out that had the white discs to cover the spokes. So when you drove it, it made this sound like,
1986 Huffy Sigma, that hollow sound. Let's do a spin.
That's probably why I call it Sonic 6, because it made like a sound because of the discs, right? The bike was about like 70 to 80 bucks. In the 80s, that was a lot of money. Not understanding the economy as a kid, the 80s, we was in a recession in the 80s. We didn't know that as kids. We just know that we're used to our environment, but it's a recession. So 80 bucks is a lot of money. And all of us kept in communication with each other like, yeah, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. My parents say, yeah, my parents say, yeah. We were all hyped. Christmas comes. We all had a thing to where around 3 o'clock, we're all going to go out and ride these bikes together. So I see the box for the bike. So I'm knowing it's a Sonic 6. I done told my mom and dad a million times. They didn't ask me, this is the bike. I'm like, this is the bike. I'll open the box up. It's an orange bike. The Sonic 6 was blue, black, and white. Now, this is going to sound super spoiled, super ridiculous, and a brat. And I'm like, this is not a Sonic 6. This is a nice bike. It's not a Sonic 6. I need a Sonic 6, right? My dad was like, boy, this bike is better than Sonic 6. It's one of the few times when my dad got frustrated. He usually don't get frustrated. He usually logically breaks down things, so then we got to go through the whole speech. And he was like, boy, like whatever. And he went about his way. My mom, she felt hurt because I was hurt. She was like, Robert, this is better than the Sonic 6. I did my research. She's like, the Sonic 6 only has this and that. This bike has the front pegs, the back pegs, it has actual suspension. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that, right? I'm still not feeling it. Then she went to the JCPenney books to show me the difference. She said, look, the Sonic 6 costs 80 bucks. This bike costs much more than the Sonic 6 because it's a much better bike. Side note, my mom was a manager. My mom was the first black manager at Flamingo Hilton PBX department. She may have been the first black manager in Flamingo Hilton's history. My mom, even though as a manager, she still, for 10 years straight, would work at Circuit City for seasonal to get another check just to buy us toys, and mainly me toys, because I'm the youngest by far. Type of mom I had. I admit that was major. I had great parents. I'm not going to lie. That's why I talk about parenting a lot. I had great parents. You feel me? My mom did all that. So she showed me the price of the bike. And I'm like, as a kid, I don't care about the price. My mama said, boy, listen. She said, when your friends come and you come out this bike, you're going to ride with your friends. Why? Because they're your friends and they love you. She said, if your friends don't let you ride with them, they're not your friends. You need to think closely about your friends, Robert. You're a leader. You're not no follower. We don't make followers in this house. So because of that, she built me up to try to get the courage, but I still was like, this ain't going to work. 3 o'clock happened. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. You know, kids ring the doorbell a million times. No exaggeration. It's about 20 kids in front of my house. Where at? 409 Rossmore in North Las Vegas, Ward 2. So they was like, hey, Rob, you ready? I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. I was stressed out. I was stressed. I'm like, yeah, here I come. So I'm like, let's do what Mama said. Let's do what Mama said. Because my dad, well, you know, he left me on that one. So I'm like, all right. I grab my bike. I come to the door. I open the door. They were all like, what's that? I'm like, oh, it's a whatever it was. It's a Huffy 12. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Rob, it's not no Sonic 6. We all got Sonic 6. We don't got no other bikes in our group. And I'm like, yeah, but it's good. So now I'm trying to use what my mama said. I'm like, it got the front pegs. It got the back pegs. They was like, man, we don't care about that. It's not a Sonic 6, Rob. You're our friend, but you can't ride with us. When I tell y'all, in a kid's life, that's why I tell parents, stop acting like what your kids tell you is stupid. Because in their mind, that's their entire life. They're not married. They don't have bills. They only focused on their one thing. And it's usually one thing. That's why kids are blowing their brains out. Because we're not taking what they feel seriously. This was my life. And I'm stressed the hell out. I felt so ashamed. I felt stupid. I felt betrayed from my parents. I felt all that, right? Because I can't be with my friends, who are my first mechanism of understanding how to cope, is your friends. Those are the first people to show you. Your parents only could tell you. Your parents can show you what a friend is because they're not your friends. They're your parents. Your friends let you know about love, pain, and joy. So my friends has told me I can't be with them because I don't follow a rule that we all set. That's how methodical I think of things. I'm devastated, right? So now all my friends turn right. For those who are from North Las Vegas and understand the states, from my house, if you turn down the right, you're going down Rossmore. If you turn left, you're going up Rossmore. I can't remember if I cried, but saying the story now, how I felt, so chances are I probably cried. But I went from being down to where I stopped crying, and I was still riding that bike. And now I'm on Dutchess. Now I'm on King Street. And I go to Joyce. Then I go to Lance. I purposely rode down every single street in the States by myself because I knew that my friends are going to ride down every single street, that I wanted to see everything they saw. And I knew right then, the rest of my life, I'm going to go my route. And then I end up starting being happy. And I end up being happy in that ride. And I end up having so much joy. And by the time I got home, I was so overjoyed about my bike and so happy. I came and I apologized to my parents and told them how much I love that bike. And it was way bigger than that bike because what it was I found out I loved myself. I loved myself. And I realized right then, I don't have to be in any organization. I don't have to be in any group. I don't have to be. I just have to be me. And I could be happy. And if anybody wants to be around me, that means you want to be happy. If you follow me, you're not following me. You're following happiness. Because I only do things that make me happy. I only do things to make people happy. And I just came to that conclusion. And I'm 46 years old. And once again, I believe I'm a thinker. I think a lot. My father raised us that way to think. That's why my sister is a multimillionaire, because she thinks. And once we understand as people, once you start thinking, you literally could change your whole life. So when people say, Twixx, you're so nice. Oh, man, you 100. Oh, man, we love how you. That's not extraordinary to me. That's normal to me because I was the one who got left. And because I was the one who got left, I don't leave people behind. Because I'm the one who got left, I don't care what bike you on. I don't care what car you drive. I don't care if you ride the bus. I don't care if you're on Section 8. I care about you because I know how it felt when people left me. And look how life turned out to where now I'm a leader, the one who got left. And you watch any leader speak, from Bob Marley to Obama to any leader, they'll always tell you how they got left. And the reason they're a leader is because they don't want to leave anybody behind. And that's why my passion is real. And that's why I don't care what anybody says about me, because you don't know me. If you know me, you know who I am. In my heart, I don't get over on anybody. I don't need to get over on anybody. On my gravesite, it should say 1977 then 100. Don't even put the year I died, because that's not important. What's more important is I kept 100 my entire life. right? And all that came from me going the opposite way. And that's what I'm telling you. Stop following people. Be you. Be you. Okay? This is part one. I have like 4 things I need to really talk about. This is part one. So I hope that for those who did watch this long-winded story, I'm sorry I'm long-winded. I'm supposed to be in my meeting right now. I'm about to go there soon. But I love y'all. And I'm so happy that I found out what made me me. Because I always tell people, I've always been this way. Nah, nobody's always been this way. Every action has a reaction. Once you really understand that and really understand nothing happens by happenstance. Everything that happens for a reason. And the reason I am is because I got left. And now I'm a leader. If you know me, you know I've never said I was a leader. Never. I've been the president almost everything I've done. And I never said I was a leader because I didn't want to. But that's for my part 2. I might do part 2 tonight because I need to talk about being a leader and what it means. Because I know what I am now. I did a post last week on Instagram. I said my whole life I knew who I was. But now I know what I am. And now my life is different. Okay? I love y'all. Have a vainglorious day. And part 2 hopefully is tonight. Deuces.